Well, sir, it's late afternoon as our scene opens now. And here in the living room of the small house halfway up in the next block, we find all our friends assembled. Sade is seated on the davenport sewing. Young Rush lounges in his father's easy chair. And Vic stands beside the library table removing his overcoat, for he's just this moment arrived home from the office. Listen.
Did you glance through my Lodge magazine?
Your Lodge magazine? Oh, I haven't even seen it.
Didn't it come this afternoon?
Golly, I guess I never looked in the mailbox.
Well, it must have come. Ike Niesuffer's come. They all get mailed together. Go see Dr. Sleech.
Okay. Say, while I think of it, you said I could have a dime if I
Not
could.
along to the mailbox. I'll take up trivial business matters later.
It's not trivial to me. My financial condition is so
Go.
horrible.
Kiddo, guess what?
They printed your picture?
They printed my picture. And not only my picture, but individual pictures of the entire membership of the All-Star Marching Team.
Oh?
The whole push. Won't it be interesting to see what the different guys look like?
I've seen some of them, you know.
Oh, that's right, you have. Robert and Slabbert Hink.
Robert and Slabbert Hink and YY Flirch.
Oh, sure.
And you, of course. I've seen you.
Well, I'm certainly anxious to look at the photographs. There's 5 members of the All-Star Marching Team I've never set eyes on.
Oh, you haven't seen the magazine yet?
No, Ike Niesuffer told me it arrived today. Mailman delivered his this morning. Of the roster of the All-Star Marching Team, or the Sacred Stars of the Milky Way, I've met myself, of course. Y.Y. Flirch, J.J. Stunbolt, Robert and Slabbert Hink, and H.K. Fleeber. How many is that? 6? Yeah, 6. Oh, only these 4 I haven't met. I said 5. I guess I counted myself as a guy I hadn't met. Let's see, who's left?
O.H. Jellyman.
O.X. Bellyman. O.X. Bellyman of Detroit, Michigan. He's 1. Homer U. McDancy of East Brain, Oregon's 2. And Harry Fye and Idelson Box of Lesser, Nebraska round out to 4.
Here I go.
Okay. Let's see where we are here.
No other mail, was there?
Hey.
Find what you were hunting for?
Yep. Here, let me sit beside you on the davenport, then we can both look.
I want to look, too.
Okay, then I'll get in the middle. Spot old Vic Gook, friends?
Yeah.
See Papa, Market Basket?
Third picture down from the top.
I jumped right out at you, don't I?
Well, that's about as nice a photograph as you ever had taken. I always liked it. Ruthie likes it, too. The other day we were glancing over some...
What's number 4?
Where?
Here. It's not a man.
Oh, it's all blurred.
Yeah. I can see teeth and hair and eyes, but the face is all funny. Could be a kangaroo or a chipmunk.
Let's see, who is number 4?
I think the little paragraphs down below correspond with the numbers, and you can tell which is which by comparing.
I know, foolish. Oh, Homer U. McDancy.
Which one's he?
The Half-Wit magazine editors made a botch of his picture.
Resembles either a kangaroo or a chipmunk.
You may reserve your comments, Fly Sweater.
So that's Homer U. McDancy,
Sloppiness.
I'll say. Ooh, look at them starey big white eyes.
If I were Homer U. McDancy, I'd raise Cain about this. Let's see what the little biographical sketch says.
Who's the little boy there in the corner?
Yeah. I never knew you had kids on your marching team.
Homer U. McDancy, East Brain, Oregon. Sky Brother McDancy is not only an accomplished marcher, but an author as well. His latest work, a manual for wives of members of the Lodge, is enjoying great current popularity. Mr. McDancy is engaged in the wholesale poultry business in East Brain and is widely respected for his civic leadership. Well, that's okay. But holy smoke, this horrible picture.
Who's the little boy?
Where?
In the corner there.
Number 10.
Oh, thunder. Well, maybe the biographical sketch will explain this nonsense. It says, Harry Fye. Sky Brother Harry Fye of Lester, Nebraska, is famous for his knowledge of plain and fancy parading. He has taken hikes 40 to 50 miles in length. A barber by trade, Mr. Fye is an enthusiastic ice skater and high diver. The photograph reproduced above was taken when Mr. Fye was a 4-year-old lad.
Well, that does explain it.
Sloppiness.
Number 7 is a bicycle.
Here's Robert and Slabbert Hink side by side. Why, I believe it's the same identical picture printed twice.
Number 8 is an old lady.
Dick, for Robert and Slobbert Hink, they got the same picture printed twice. You can't tell
Listen
me.
to what it says about old Vic Gook. Victor R. Gook, Sky Brother Gook, in addition to being an active live wire worker in the lodge, is an expert marcher and a profound authority on the science of parade procedure. Mr. Gook is the exalted Big Dipper of our Drowsy Phoenix chapter. He holds a responsible position with the Consolidated Kitchenware Company. We are proud of men like him. Well, they really laid it on.
Yeah, you got the longest paragraph on the page.
Twice as long as anybody else's.
Number 7 is a bicycle.
I want to know about Robert and Slobbert. You can't tell me these two pictures ain't the same identical picture printed twice. Why, a baby.
What a rotten, little, skimpy, stingy biographical sketch they give J.J. Stunbolt. Listen, J.J. Stunbolt. Sky Brother Stunbolt is a native of Lester, Nebraska. He hangs wallpaper.
That is short.
Editor must have it in for Stunbolt. Good picture of him, though.
He the bald-headed man with eyeglasses and thick black ribbon?
Number 7 is a bicycle.
Yeah, Vic, number 7's a bicycle. Look up number 7.
What kind of foolishness is this now?
Anybody that resembles a bicycle ought to be in the circus. I bet they get paid.
Bellyman.
That who number 7 is?
Yeah. Shucks.
What's it say about him?
O.X. Bellyman. Sky Brother Bellyman was born in Detroit, Michigan, and has lived there all his life. Marching is his one great hobby, and he can be seen almost any Saturday afternoon heading for California, New Mexico, or other southwesterly points.
He takes plenty long marches. I wouldn't want to march from Michigan to California.
Mr. Bellyman is also an accomplished musician, being proficient on the flute, banjo, saw, and kettle drums.
That the end of the paragraph?
Yeah.
Well, don't it explain why they printed this picture of a bicycle?
No. Sloppiness.
Who's this old lady?
Yeah, who's she?
Idelson Box.
Is he dressed up for a masquerade or something?
Idelson Box. Sky Brother Box, like several other members of the All-Star Marching Team, resides in Lester, Nebraska. At the present time, he is enthusiastically looking forward to his marriage with Miss Gilly McDermott, the ceremony to take place early in the year 1948.
Is this old lady Miss Gilly McDermott?
No. Mr. Box, when solicited for his photograph, showed great modesty and reluctance, preferring to send a snapshot of his dear mother.
Oh, so that's the way of it.
Why, Furch looks natural.
Yes, it does.
What's it say about him?
Flirch. Sky Brother Flirch, another distinguished resident of Lester, Nebraska, loves marching better than anything on earth. He is also fond of asparagus, gravy, walnuts, and pie.
Pretty skimpy write-up. Look here, don't you think these two pictures of Robert and Slobbert Hink are one and the same picture?
Yeah.
I know they're twins and all, but they're not this much twins. Couldn't be this much twins. These two pictures are one and the same picture, and absolutely no mistake about it.
Sloppiness all the way through.
You said a while ago you were especially anxious to look at these photographs because there were several men you'd never set eyes on, and you wanted to get an idea of their appearance.
Yeah, I did.
Well, who are the men you have seen?
Well, myself, of course. Robert and Slobbert Hink, J.J. Stunbolt, Y.Y. Flirch, and H.K. Fleabert.
6. Leaves 4 you haven't seen. And they're the ones you're especially interested in, ain't they?
Yeah.
What's their names?
Well, Homer U. McDancy.
He's all blurred.
Resembles a kangaroo or a chipmunk.
Can't get a very good notion of his appearance. Who else?
Idelson Box.
He sent in a picture of his mother. Guess you'll have to remain in the dark about what Idelson Box looks like. Now, who else?
Harry Fye.
This shows Harry Fye when he was 4 years old. Who else?
O.X. Bellyman.
The only clue we got to what O.X. Bellyman looks like is this picture of a bicycle.
Sloppy.
I agree.
Sloppy.
Which concludes another brief interlude at the small house halfway up in the next block.